Hello, and thanks for watching. I'm Matthew Gonzalez, and this is the second of a three-part series we call Above All Laws, The Morris Family Ties. In today's episode, we're going to focus on what it's like to be above all laws in Merced County. It's no secret. Many people have simply telephoned our district attorney, Larry D. Morris, and have had multiple felony charges reduced to misdemeanors with fines or simply dropped altogether. Some of these cases have had overwhelming evidence exposed by DA Larry Morris's chief investigator, Pat Lunny, but Mr. Lunny chose to shelve these cases until the statute of limitations ran out or just indicate his investigation team did not find enough evidence to warrant prosecution by the DA's office. One such case goes back to June 4th, 2012, when a then 22-year-old Brandon Au was arrested and booked on 5 felony charges, including spousal abuse, kidnapping, and possession of a controlled substance. But Brandon had something no other drug-addicted, spousal-abusing kidnapper in jail had: a family with close ties to Merced County District Attorney Larry D. Morris. Documented in this phone conversation recorded by the Merced County Jail just after Brandon Au's arrest, Brandon, along with his grandmother and grandfather, discuss how they are using the last of their favors to get Brandon's charges dropped. In fact, Brandon's grandmother states her husband personally met with the Merced County District Attorney Larry D. Morris and then Merced County Sheriff Mark Pazin. Using the last of their favors, they managed to persuade the district attorney, even before an arraignment hearing, to drop all charges to misdemeanors and fines. And who is the grandpa with that kind of juice? Well, turns out it's David A. Cardella, retired Merced County tax assessor, heard here with his wife describing to Brandon, their grandson, how he is above the law because of their Morris family ties.
You have a call from Merced County Adult Detention Facility. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press 2. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Grandma.
I'm sorry, Grandpa pushed the wrong button.
Oh.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm still here.
Okay. Well, Grandpa and I have worked all day, and we've talked with Pazin and with Larry Morris today, and so I think we've got it worked out with, I talked with, I had your mom call.
What'd she say?
And was willing to drop the charges.
Oh.
So then it had to go through. It had already gone far enough to have to go through the DA, though.
So then, or no?
So yeah. So we met with Pazin and then talked with the district attorney, and so then Grandpa talked with Larry Morris this evening. And they're going. The charges are going to be dropped, except that you're still going to have to go through the court, but just on misdemeanors, none of the felonies. Okay, and they will probably.
The stuff that they got me on the warrant for, none of it's like they're clearing all that.
No, it will all go away.
Will I be out of here pretty soon or no?
And I'll go to anger management with them because they tried to arrest me.
Grandpa said he needs to go to anger management with you because he almost got arrested too. He filed charges?
In the back seat of that car.
The guy filed charges against me for obstructing.
Oh my goodness, that officer filed charges against Grandpa.
Little backfucker.
Yeah. So he may have to go too. Anyway, he said it'll just take maybe another day or two to get you out, but hopefully it'll be sooner. Okay, so just hang in there, and this way I'm gonna try to be there. I have to go in the morning and pick up and take her. I'm gonna take her over to victim witness, and she's going to sign the paper that she's dropping the charges. Okay.
And is she still okay with me or no?
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you want to try to work things out or no?
Well, I think both of you need to, you know, get yourselves straight. Yes.
Does she have her phone or no?
Pardon?
Does she have her phone?
Yes, she does, but there's a restraining order out on you, honey. Don't talk to her.
Okay.
It I think goes through Friday.
Whatever. I tried to call her already, so I don't care.
Yeah. Well, it will.
It didn't go through, but.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to stay away from her and not talk to her. Okay. So you don't want to mess that up. Okay.
All right.
All right, and okay. Well, you thank your grandpa because he got up early this morning and started making calls. And then we met with Payson in town, and
okay. I'm just sitting here not even knowing what's going on.
I know, and there wasn't any way that I could contact you, and I was
to get my mindset. I'm doing like a year or two.
Yeah, well, that can happen. I mean, it could have happened.
Oh, I know. Could have.
And so this is they both told me today, Payson and Morris, this is your one chance. I called in all my favors. Okay?
Thank you. Yep.
So we don't have any more.
Okay.
All right?
I love you.
I love you too, Brandon. You take care of yourself, honey, and when you get out, you call me and I'll come and get you.
Now, I'd like to point out one thing about Mrs. Cardella, the grandmother of Brandon, who beat and kidnapped a woman and stole the woman's car. You see, the grandmother states in this recording that Brandon's mother called the victim and got her to agree to drop all charges. That's right. The mother of the accused made direct contact with the victim. Brandon even had a domestic violence order placed against him at the time. And not only does Mom personally call and persuade the victim to drop all charges, but Grandma is going to go pick up the victim the next morning and take her to the victim witness's office and have her sign the papers to drop the charges herself. But this recording is just one of many that adds more evidence to the fact that our District Attorney Larry D. Morris is and has been using his elected office to obtain political favors, regardless of the safety and well-being of the people of Merced County. Now, this next audio recording from earlier this year is of bar owner Greg Parlay demanding a Merced police officer shut down a DUI checkpoint. When the officer refuses and tells Greg to go back inside or he'll arrest him for public intoxication, Greg goes and calls around until he gets Larry Morris on the phone. The officer later stated that he was contacted by Officer Trindad, who told him to shut it down. Here's a refresher of Greg Parlay recorded by an officer's audio recorder.
You can't do this to me. The mayor has promised me you will not do this to me.
What am I doing to you, sir?
I own this restaurant. You can't put a DUI place in front of me. You're going to put me out of business.
I'm not going to put you out of business.
Yes, you do. And first of all, you can't do this because these people have to be able to turn right. That's the law.
Okay, you've been drinking tonight, sir.
Yeah.
I highly suggest you go back into your restaurant.
Well, I'm going to go call the mayor right now and the chief of police.
Be my guest. I've got statistical data to back up this is where the DUI checkpoint is going to be set up.
What does statistical data mean?
The data that
The mayor has promised me you would not do this to me.
Okay, I'm not the mayor. If you feel you need to go call the mayor, go right ahead. I'm putting my DUI checkpoint here tonight. Okay.
And you'll be working in Atwater next week.
Okay. That's what Okay, mister, so I'm going to ask you to go back into your restaurant before I arrest you for public intoxication. Okay? You need to go back to your restaurant and make whatever phone calls you feel you need.
Let me ask you something. Is it not a law that they have to be able, they have an option
right there, M Street.
So I'll be handing out cards there and tell them to turn right.
That's fine.
Not to go through your checkpoint.
That's fine, sir. Keep setting up.
These two recordings are just a small window into a world rooted in an old tradition based on the special deputies developed by former disgraced Merced County Sheriff Bill Amos. For years now, our law enforcement and judicial system favored one political supporter over hard-working, tax-paying, and law-abiding families in Merced County. And time after time, we see that not all justice is equal in Merced County. If you are like most Merced County residents, your phone call to the district attorney to set up an evening meeting and get the charges reduced or dropped for your incarcerated loved one will never get returned. Instead, like so many other grandparents whose grandchildren may have committed felony crimes, your family is humiliated, and your 22-year-old grandchild is now and forever in the system. Brandon Au, the grandchild of David A. Cardella, was arrested again on August 28, 2013 for a violation of a court order, and again this year for a DUI on October 11, 2014. The district attorney, by his non-action, has shown Brandon he is allowed to victimize the people of our county over and over and over again, because he and those with close ties to our district attorney, Larry D. Morris, are above all laws. And when we return, a baseball bat, Ethan Morris, and an early morning vandalism spree that has left victims still without justice or compensation. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Will, the owner of Merced Chevrolet, inviting you to visit our state-of-the-art dealership. This community is very important to us, so we only use local contractors to remodel and make improvements to Merced Chevrolet. Our customers, they're our friends and our neighbors, so it's important that you have a great experience. We work hard at Merced Chevrolet to provide you with an easy buying experience, to fix it right the first time, and to be a good neighbor. At Merced Chevrolet, we'll walk with you side by side throughout the ownership experience.